Good morning, everyone. How are you ladies and gentlemen doing today? I hope you're doing well. We are having a beautiful day. It is 55 degrees on Saturday. Poured rain all day yesterday. And before we get started, I have to thank all those people who joined the live stream last night to wish me a happy birthday. I had so much fun. You guys mean so much to me. And we are going to get right into this video. I know I told you I had something special, and there was some big news. Well, the big news is Doc is phasing himself out of lawn care. Okay? I have been doing a lot of thinking. Lawn care has done a lot for me over the past 14 years. But as time goes on, and a lot of you guys know this, some of you will understand more than others, we get older, our body ages, our body gets tired, and you know, it just comes to a point where you know how much you have left in the tank. And now, I still have some left in the tank. And you'll understand what I mean as we get further into the video. I'm not quitting lawn care tomorrow, but I am eventually going to phase myself out because I suffer with some arthritis in the shoulders. I suffer with some arthritis in my hip. Had a hip replacement 6 years ago, and let me tell you, when that started to hurt, it doesn't get better, guys. It doesn't just automatically, you know, you rub some liniment on it or some Bengay or whatever, icy hot, and it goes away. It hurts, and then it hurts some more, and it continues to hurt, and it continues to hurt, and it just hurts until there's nothing left of the bone. And when they did my hip replacement, the doctor told me, he said, you know, what is your goal here? And I said, my goal is just to get back to work. Well, when you're hurting, you just want to be normal again. And I was hurting so bad when they took my hip bone out, not to gross you out, but there was 5 holes in my hip bone. The arthritis had eaten it away so bad. At that point in time, I started thinking, you know, how long can I do this? How much longer am I going to be able to do this? Well, you get better. My hip felt better, and I'm moving and grooving. And lo and behold, just a couple weeks ago, my right hip starts hurting. Now, he told me when I went in for my hip surgery, he said, hey, you've got a little arthritis in the right hip, and I give it 10 years, and you're probably going to have another hip replacement. Well, it's been 6, and if you guys watch the videos over the last couple years, I'm a hustler, okay? I'm not going to toot my own horn and tell you I'm the best worker in the world, but I hustle. And as you go along, and things move and they grind against each other, you start having more problems. I already need shoulder surgery that I won't be able to have for at least another 15 years. And that was, you know, my family doctor told me, he said, you need surgery. So, giving it a lot of thought, praying so much about it, I just think it's time for me to say goodbye to lawn care. And not the way you think, okay? I'm not selling it. I'm not getting out completely. I feel like I have another 5 years in me. And so my goal over the next 5 years is to build up an aeration business. Now, I've talked to three different gentlemen that do nothing but aerations. One has 490, the other one has 520, and the other one does about 500 a year. And they do them twice a year. They have contracts signed. And I feel like this is a chance for me to start something new and really take what I've learned in business and lawn care over the last 14 years and apply it to a new type of business. I was speaking to my buddy Jim with Jim's Lawn and Tree. I'm not going to butcher your last name, buddy, because he was going to come down here and whip me, let me tell you. But my buddy Jim with Jim's Lawn and Tree, a veteran, let me tell you, a veteran and the GOAT of lawn care. That guy is the GOAT. Been doing it many more years than I could ever think of doing it. He told me, he said, hey, Shane, what about stump grinding? And my wife said, you know, what are you going to do in between the months that you're not aerating? Because I feel like I can get 400 aerations, and I feel like I can get those done in probably a month and a half, because I hustle, man. I can go out and do 15 in a day, maybe 16, depending on the size. We're working the numbers out now as to what we need to have. But he said, hey, buy you a walk behind stump grinder and go out and make money, Shane. And I thought, man, that is a great idea, because it wouldn't put too much effort onto my hip. Not like mulching, guys. I'm telling you, another 5 years of mulching and I'll probably be spent with that. So the goal is, over the next 5 years, to build a sustainable aeration business and also buy a stump grinder. And when I'm not aerating, I'm going to be out stump grinding. Now, what am I going to do with the business? What am I going to do? Well, that is why I'm buying the bad boy mower. It will probably be the last mower I own. I'll still have the 48. And what my plan is to do is to find someone young and go ahead and sell the business to them, with the caveat that I keep all of the aerations. I keep all those old customers for aerations. I don't think that's a big deal, because what they're going to get with my, and there goes the phone, and I'll have to call him back. That's my buddy Dave Fitch. My plan is to sell them the customer list, the equipment, and along with that, they're going to get all the mulch, all the hedge trimming, all the fall cleanups, and it should be very lucrative for them. So that's it, man. It's coming down. It's going to happen. I'm hoping by the time I am 58, that'll be 6 more years. I'm hoping by the time I'm 58, or maybe 55 even, this is done. You know, there's a lot of things to think about. Finding someone I trust with my customers. Finding someone that's willing to get out and hustle like I did. I'm not going to leave my customers in bad hands. That's not going to happen. So that's the big news I have for you guys. Will we still be doing YouTube? Absolutely, man. We're going to be doing YouTube. And look, I have a timeline for this. I'm not stuck on that timeline, but the quicker I can get out, the better. We have been talking to companies about aerators, and You know, I was talking to Randall today about things, and, you know, Randall agreed with me. When you think about 5 years, now, when you're 30 to 35, you don't feel that, man. When you're 40 to 45, you feel it. When you're 45 to 50, you really feel it. Now, there are guys out there that say, well, man, I'm 67 years old and I'm still doing all this. I have not seen a guy in his mid-60s out here mulching, hedge trimming, bed edging, planting, doing fall cleanups, leaf cleanups, all by himself. I have not seen that. I'm not saying that people aren't doing it. I'm not saying that, because there are guys that are in really good shape. But you can't, no matter what I do, my joints are not going to get better. They're just going to get worse. And I have to start thinking now of when the time comes that I just can't do it. I've always been a planner since I started this business. I'm going to be a planner. I knew this was coming back when I sold the dump trailer. The dump trailer would have done me no good at this point. No good. So there was no reason to keep putting money into insurance, upkeep, all that, trying to store it. It's not worth it, man. So when you come on and I tell you what's happening and what I'm doing and all this and that, I have reasons for this stuff. It's not just because I need money, so I'm going to sell a dump trailer. Okay, that's just idiots out there trying to cause trouble. You have to trust what people are telling you. We know our business better than anybody on YouTube will ever know it. But guys, that's where I'm at, man. If you have comments, if you have thoughts, suggestions on how I go about this, I'm going to be in contact with several different people. I'm definitely going to lean on Randall and Jim, Tom Doby, and some other people in the industry that I know have done well. And I'm going to talk this through, and I'm going to plan it out over the next couple years, and it's going to happen. So, am I going to miss cutting grass? Probably to a point, yeah. But I know getting off and trimming and hedge trimming and all that stuff, it just puts undue stress on my body. And I never thought I would have a bad shoulder. I never thought I would have a bad hip. I just kept going, man. But when it hits you, it stops you. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one, man. I hope it makes sense to you. There'll probably be people talking about it for 5 years like the dump trailer. I just know how people are. But it's the moves I'm making. And I never got into lawn care to be wealthy. Not what I got into it for. I got into it to save for my future, and we have been able to do that, and we've been able to buy a few things along the way, like our home, and we have been severely blessed by the Lord. And I'm going to pray on this. I'm going to keep talking about it. Sarah and I will continue to talk about it, and when the time is right, if it is, we'll do it. So, guys, hope you enjoyed it. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Have a great day. As always, Dr. Real was in the house. Keep it real. I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.